with her legs scorched and hundreds of dead around her. Dusk clings to a fence line running around the outskirts of a zoo, but flames draw ever closer as pain still racks her brain, unable to cast the spell that she needs to save her life. Right now, Dusk is balancing on a knife edge. Should she slip one way or the other, death shall surely follow. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. No hope. And it might seem like we have no hope right now, but there is still hope. We have the mana to cast Pain Split, but we don't have the ability yet. We're in intense pain, but I'm confident that that will be on its way down. We are still feeling the effects of the painkillers that we've been taking. I don't think we're going to want to try and take any more right now at the risk of just overdoing it. So we can't go to the south. We want to be very cautious going to the north, and I really don't want to get off of this fence right now because it does actually give us a tiny bit of protection. I'm going to try and climb a little bit further to the north here. I'd like to see what's going on the other side of this fence. Right now, we're not seeing much of anything else. Actually, we find it quite difficult to see anything up from this direction here because I think the light is giving us a little bit of night blindness. Let's climb a little bit further. Okay, all right, we are seeing further now. Let's go put one more bullet into here just so it's completely topped off. Unmanageable pain. Okay, that's better. Come on, please. Still too difficult. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to want to go anywhere but here right now. The painkillers are working. We just need to give them more time. Yeah, we're going to climb back over in this direction here. I don't want to get too close to those flames. We need to be ready though. As soon as we start feeling that heat really get to us, we are just going to need to try and get away from all of that heat because that's going to be burning up a storm. All right, we're going to turn on safe mode. We are going to wait a little while. Just try and wait a minute. We've spotted a zombie goat. Yeah, it is a zoo after all. It hasn't seen us, but it kind of knows where we are. It's probably using a little bit of scent to try and track us right now. I mean, it's more than likely heading towards the noise. All we need is one good shot, so we're going to wait until it gets close. Oh, and it immediately got an attack on us. That's really unfortunate and quite frustrating. All right, well, we'll just go with that. That'll do it. Unfortunately, we did take a bit of damage there, and we now have a zombie runner that's making its way on over towards us. So if we can get to at least careful aim, I think we'll try and take a shot. Oh, let's go for precise. Decent, 44 damage. That's a really good start. Bad bleeding is nice as well. And then we'll just wait until it gets just to that one square closer. We should be able to get an attack in before it can attack us. And sure enough, we can. We hit it in the leg, but that was enough to take it out. And now another zombie is making its way on up towards us. So yet again, we will get nice and steady. We've got another zombie as well that's going to be getting closer. So we'll start with that one there, get that bleeding, and then we'll turn our attention to the second one here and see if we can get at least a precise. As we have a hazmat zombie, we're going to need to try and shoot as well. We need a better shot on this one here because they only have minor bleeding right now. That should be much better. Heavy bleeding, it's not going to take them too long to die, so we'll steady up, try and see if we can hit that hazmat zombie in the back. We accidentally hit the one on the front. That's fine. Happy accidents, what can we say? The hazmat zombie's nice and close now, and 47 damage is a really good start. Heavy arterial is nice, but I don't want it to get an attack. We might actually go for a shot on that zombie first, and then we'll just have a look at the hazmat. It's not going to bleed out before it can attack us, so we'll shoot it now, and then we're just going to go and try and get more ammunition in that magazine. Distressing pain? That's lower than before, right? I think so. But it's still not good enough. Okay, where are the painkillers at the moment? 16. So yeah, there is a bit of a slow release going on. They are taking effect, but we need them to be a little bit better than where they are right now. We feel dizzy for a moment. Yeah, I'm not surprised because we are on a lot of drugs. We're not feeling hot right now from the fire. That's okay. Let's just wait a little while longer, see if we can have 5 minutes here. Okay, we've spotted a crawling zombie now. It is over here at the moment, and it's slowly going to be getting closer towards us, just like those flames, unfortunately. Is it going to actually make it towards us, though? We'll see, because that's kind of, that's our situation right now. We are crawling, but with that critical, we'll put that one out of their misery. Let's just slot another bullet in there as, we just hear more death. And I really hope we cannot afford to pass out right now. Come on, Dusk. I'm going to keep looking whenever I can to see if we're able to cast this or not. We might want to start trying to move along now, but at the same time, I am really afraid of anything discovering us, because if they do, then we're going to be having a bad time. Let's see if we can't climb on over towards here. Okay, all right, we're a little bit further away from the flames now. All right, and we're down on the ground now. I'm going to try and use the fence where I can to protect us. That is just an absolute mess. Okay, we spotted a brainless zombie somewhere to the north. No, not quite. They're all the way down there. Okay, and is that like a regular body over there? Could be a feral. No, it's probably the regenerating zombie that we're seeing on the ground there. Yeah. Okay, oh, distracting pain. Okay, let's see. Still too difficult. Come on, distracting pain. I mean, okay, we're gonna keep on. Oh man, we might have taken too much, but we needed the painkillers fast. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to sleep that off. Sleeping might not be a good option right now. We can see a lot of time is passing as we are trying to crawl along here. We can see the inside of the zoo. Oh man. Ideally, if we could climb on top of the roof of the zoo, I would be feeling really good about that. Let's just see if we can clamber over here. We might be able to try and get on the roof here, but I think these are fences. They're open? Yeah, okay, so I don't think we can actually climb on top of those. Not really. Oh boy, what was that? What was that? There was something in here. We're gonna close that. Yeah, we don't want to go into any enclosures, and we're in mild pain now. Surely that's got to be good enough. It is. Okay, we've got a 3% chance of success here. We need our hands free, so we're just going to drop this on the ground so that we can access it again quickly if we need to. Oh, look at that water. If only we knew and could have gotten to that sooner when we were on fire, you know? Oh, it's fine. 85%. Okay, it's getting better as time goes on here, which means that, yeah, the painkillers are taking more of an effect. Come on, Dusk, you can do this. Yes! That's it. As she successfully casts the spell with only 49 mana left, her legs regenerate, painfully, mind you. Flesh, sinew, bone, all of it healed, and she can stand once again. Oh man, we are so lucky right now. Although, oh shoot, look at that. Yeah, we dizzy and we stumbled and fell over. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, let's see if we can get this rifle. We need to try and get to somewhere that we can hold up. There are homes around here. There is this zoo as well. There is a possibility that we might be able to find somewhere in this zoo. Let's put the rifle away for the moment. We're using Tai Chi currently. That's good. Our perception's actually okay. All things considered, Dusk is doing okay, far more okay than she should be. If we could find ourselves a nice enclosure anywhere that's a little bit more secure, that would be fantastic. But right now, yeah, no, we are feeling incredibly dizzy. We have a dangerous amount of painkillers in our system. Maybe walking around a zoo isn't the best idea, but we'll see what we can find. A playground so far. Into the south, enclosures. Okay. Oh, and we, fully fell over there. Our breath gave out briefly. We are in a bad way. Okay, yeah, I don't like this. Winded is not a good position for us to be in. Our stamina is okay at the moment. Yeah, there we go. We catch our breath. Something died up here. A llama. I'm not seeing internal structures here. These are all outdoor enclosures, and it runs all the way on over towards the house. I think we're going to have to try and go for another location. We've got 2 houses that are close here, and many others as well. If we could just hold out in them for a little while, that would be grand. So, let's make our way on over towards this house here. I'm hearing a lot of activity, more than I like, so let's instead make our way maybe across the street towards this house here. Feeling dizzy as we go, we've made it towards another backyard. Let's clamber over that fence. I hope that everything and anything around here would have, moved on already, but I could be wrong. Let's get inside this place. It looks like it's been barricaded. And we're actually seeing a rifle in here as well. Interesting. Okay. We've got a smashed window here. I would rather not smash that any further. We're still kind of stumbling all over the place right now. Okay. An open window and a zombie. Okay, well, we're going to have to fight this thing. Let's just hope that Dusk is ready. As it stumbles towards her, she stumbles as she strikes, but she still manages to take it down. We'll take that cash card, thank you. Okay, all right. We've got a pet carrier and we have a basement. The basement is good. That can offer us a little bit of safety. We obviously have that rifle there as well. Yeah, they barricaded this place up a little bit, but there ain't much left in here. The basement could be dangerous. Let's go cautiously. Oh, and we've got a mummy long legs. That is going to have to go. It's charging towards us at the moment. Dusk, come on, she slipped and fell then. Come on, okay, we got to strike then. We're going to continue to try and strike. It is trying to run away from us right now, but we can't afford to let this thing just continue to challenge us down here. We could maybe try and get away with casting one of these. Just a nice forced shove would be good if we could get that off in time. Our focus isn't fantastic right now though, although we've got it. And slamming it back against the wall, right, of course, Vitalings. Well, that's just fantastic, right? We don't have a lot of mana right now. We could try and do Lightning Blast, but I don't think we're going to get much out of that at all. Oh man, okay. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, let's just back away for a moment. This is a nice area. I wouldn't mind trying to sleep here. A little bit of an electronic setup, it looks like. But yeah, we're going to need to deal with all of this first. And okay, it thankfully doesn't take much. It will take a little while for us to hit, but once we hit, we've kind of got them. And they don't seem like they want to fight right now, but we can't take the chance of sleeping down here, especially when we are potentially overdosing on painkillers. As who knows when they'll decide that they want to take a chance. That's another down. One left to go, I think. And that'll do it. Okay, let's make sure that we smash that corpse. We don't want it coming back. We're in RC control here, and we have a nice couch. At least we can get comfortable, but here's the thing. I don't know if I want to go to sleep right now. Yes, Dusk is tired, no doubt about that, but I feel like sleeping could be incredibly dangerous for us to do. So instead, maybe we just try and meditate to begin with. I mean, we're not in pain anymore. Yay! I think what we'll do is we'll get more of these adhesive bandages and just kind of put them on all of those wounds because they've leveled out really well. Okay, let's just try and do some grounding. Okay, our mind is feeling clearer, but we are still feeling pretty freaking dizzy. I think that's going to be continuing for a while. We haven't seen this go up or down at this stage. Noetic resistance or resilience? Right, fortified against a too strong connection with the nether. So good if we're going to do a lot of casting or concentrating on our mental abilities. Oh, okay. I mean, we also have mutagen coursing through our system at the moment. Yeah, what a time, Dusk. Now, I suppose we could try to continue a little bit of the research that we were doing. And we do have a furnace over here. It's gas powered, but we can start a fire in it. So let's just use our cell phone here and look at trying to take apart this wooden rack that we have next to us. Okay, felt very dizzy throughout all of that, but we managed to get quite a few planks and some wooden panels too. So we've got those in there now. Let's go turn that cell phone off and we'll just use our frickin' lighter on this thing. There we go. We have a bit of light and we can stay close to that. We can actually try and grab a bit of this couch, just put it next to it. It shouldn't spread. It should stay nice and contained in there. And we're going to be really happy just being close to that fire. Yeah, temperature seems to be okay. Oh, and we've got our painkillers going down. We're on 18 now. Okay, that's good. I don't know how close Dusk is to the edge right now, but I don't feel it's like it's very far away because the dizziness, the stumbling, it's not a good sign. But let's try and use a little bit of the time that we have now to have a read. And we are going to try and continue on with Stormhammer, I believe. No, I lie. It was Stormfist that we were working on. Oh, okay. And we have mutated. I think this might be a mutation that Dusk has had before. Reflex Photophore. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Yep. Look at this. You see all that light that's around Dusk right now? That free light? Let's have a look and see what that is. A photophore, or sphere, has grown from your head. You can't consciously control it, and it might start to shine in response to your emotions or your physiological state. So right now, her emotions are kind of like neutral. I mean, she was happy before being next to the fire. She's also tired, but yeah, she has light being emitted from her head, in addition to just the general mana lunas that she has while she is topped up on mana. Very glowy, Dusk, very glowy. Not the best thing in a mega city, really. Okay, all right, back to studying. Let's just see, are we still changing at this stage? We are still changing. Oh, and we didn't need to read for much longer to get another level in Stormfist, but we are going to be continuing with that. I'd say we'll go until at least 2 o'clock in the morning, if not further. Actually, I just think we're going to go through most of the night. I don't want us to sleep while we are still so high on painkillers. Oh, and we mutated again. Good hearing. I mean, yes, that's nice. We feel strange. I'm not surprised. We are still changing. And having a look at that good hearing, your hearing is better than average. You can hear distant sounds more easily. So I feel like when we are going to sleep, more often than not, we're probably going to want to have those earplugs in, if we are able to hear things from that much further away. Oh, and well, we fell asleep then, briefly. We didn't die, so that's good. And we are seeing those painkillers just diminish from our system, slowly but surely. So we could try to sleep now. I wouldn't mind pushing on a little bit further though, if possible. Also, can we do anything with these oyster crackers? Well, we can make ourselves some coffee, some atomic coffee, mind you. With our caffeine pills and forest honey. Twice as much coffee as black coffee. Yeah, oh boy. I mean, maybe we'll have that tomorrow. For now, Dusk, let's get a little bit more study in. Or not. Or not, because we are falling asleep yet again. I don't want to get to the point while we are dead tired, so we'll see. Oh boy, okay. The mutations are coming thick and fast. We weren't reading for long at all then. Dusk is an extrovert. Everything goes green for a second. Nature is becoming one with you. We are getting close to crossing a threshold here. Extrovert. You don't mind being alone, but you get a slight mood boost from being around friends. It's the complete opposite to what Elliot was experiencing. And Dusk really does do well while she is with other people. Okay, and we're going to stop at 3 in the morning. We aren't feeling dizzy anymore, which is really good. Painkillers are down to 2, which is fantastic. We're actually feeling moderate pain right now. Which is from a opiate withdrawal, because we took a lot of opiates yesterday. So now we are going to be dealing with withdrawal symptoms. I'm not surprised. Do we have an addictive personality? We don't, but Dusk has had similar things in the past, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was something going on there. Okay, we could try to sleep next to the fire. It's probably going to be going for a little while. I think it will be comfortable for us to try and do so. Let's just have these oyster crackers. Do we want to eat a whole bulb of garlic? No, I don't think we do. Let's not do that. Yeah, we also don't have any water right now, unless, yeah, no, we do. We have a lot of clean water. Okay, well, we are just going to be drinking that, getting as hydrated as we possibly can, and then let's go and dispense that into our hydration pack there. All right, it's time to try and get some sleep. Oh, and let's turn off those night vision goggles before we actually do go to sleep, because we did accidentally activate them while we were outside. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we slept for a long time. but we've just woken up as something has grabbed our arm. Dusk immediately kills the zombie that grabbed onto her. We are going to take our earplugs out now. She's a heavy sleeper on a good day. She's still lit up at the moment. That'll be her own internal light. Now, we had a lot of things going on throughout the night. First of all, we lost our extrovert mutation because it turned to sociable, which means that I think she's going to need to be around other people. Also, Dusk has really been feeling the need for painkillers. We can see that. Certain songs have been kind of looping in her head, and yeah, we will certainly be feeling those symptoms still. Although right this second we're not, which is interesting. We are still changing, and so you might have seen that it said our body was churning, but it lacks a primer because the Alpha primer that we took is now out of our system. So that does mean that we could potentially go for something different. However, it could lead us closer to a threshold that we may not wish to cross. Beast is certainly interesting, and we can get some good things there, but it's like really damaging to our health, whereas everything else here is kind of like, okay, that might be too much. This is Beast Primer. Vitamins RDA, a processed mutagenic primer as red as a matador's cape. Yeah. Okay, so the Alpha mutagen has the mutagen in it. This is just the primer, so we could theoretically take this. I think we're closer to crossing the Alpha threshold than anything at the moment. I think we take the primer. Let's go and inject that Dusk for better or for worse. We now have that primer in us. We are still changing. So we will see some effects. We will see some changes. What they are going to be, I'm not sure. But we've been very lucky so far with our mutations. We've had some negative ones for sure. Let's actually check in and have a look at sociable. It is up here now. You're a social creature. Spending time with friends will improve your mood, but if you're alone for too long, you'll start to feel unhappy. And we are starting to feel that to a certain extent. We don't have that here yet, but that is something that we'll need to try and balance. And we can balance it with fire, a lot of fire. It is like midday at the moment, so I don't like the idea. Notes? Plank, 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 because I guess we took stuff apart. I don't know why that's an auto note, but apparently it is. We really do need more food right now. We've got 2 butcher's shops up here. I don't think that's going to help us all that much. We can butcher the spiders, but we're going to get mutated meat out of that, and that's not going to be the best thing for us. We might be able to just try and... Okay. Okay. What? Yeah, okay, that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem for us. That's not great. That's not ideal. We need to get away from this. Going downstairs right now, I don't think is going to be an option for us, unless we want to try and face all of these one by one. And, you know, we kind of could. We could stand at the top of the stairs and just try and make that work. There's an acidic freaking zombie there. What else have we got over here? A shocker brute? That's not nice. That's not great. The zombie predator's really not cool either. Having a look here, we don't want to go into the bathroom because that's just a bad plan for us. I think honestly going out this way is probably our best shot. What has happened here? A lot has happened here. Okay, so we're going to take off at a quick run over in the direction of what I think is a skate park. Yeah. We are probably going to start to feel the effects of the sun. We aren't feeling them right now though, so that's kind of okay. I'm heading in the direction of where the fire is because I want to try and lure anything that is still out here down towards the fire because that's where they deserve to be. So we're going to try and get onto the other side of that if we can. We're probably going to have to try and kill the zombie predator. And I think we should be able to do that. Lighting right now is bright. See if we can crack this open in time. We will stop. We will wait. Let's turn around, face this thing. Okay, managed to palm strike it there. Okay, that's good. A nice headbutt. Excellent. Good work, Dusk. Let's try and keep this up. We don't have any of our powers going at the moment, but if we're quick, we might not need them. Okay, damn, nice. Palm striking that one there. Okay, zombie predator is down. Excellent work, Dusk. Let's go see if we can crack this open. Great. A freaking alarm. And we've got a devourer here now. So let's try and run around that, close the door, shut it out, and we'll go and smash down this section here. Our strength is good. We shouldn't need to improve that right now. It's enough for us to get inside. Okay, a skeletal master is outside. So that's probably like a zombie master, where it can improve things. A strange zombie covered in bone plates from face to toe. Despite the added weight on its body, its movements are coordinated, almost as if it's capable of analyzing our movements. I don't know how big this thing is. I don't know how dangerous it is. I imagine probably quite. That's an oversized cockroach. Let's make sure that we try and kill that thing, close that door, and head down to face more cockroaches. And we are well illuminated now while we are in the darkness, which isn't a great thing. It does seem like this is going to be something that is up more often than not. It does mean that we have free light for reading and other things, but yeah, we aren't going to be as stealthy of a nighttime hunter. Yeah, unless we can find a way to potentially cover it. We do need to spend some more time resting, or just honestly reading. And we can probably do that down here. It's not the most comfortable environment that we've been in, but yeah. Oh man, we need to eat. We need to eat badly. We can rehydrate some of this fruit here. I think we'll probably look at doing that. Let's just go rehydrate as much of it as we can. All right, and we are going to go and just start to munch on all of that. There we go. Okay, we're full for the moment. That's nice. We are feeling lonely now, so that will be taking an effect on us. To our morale. Yeah, it's quite an effect. Jeez. Oh, and our light just went out. Okay, I wonder if that's because our mood is becoming slightly sour? Could be. Oh, and it's back on again. I am trying to remember what armor we have to remove to be able to get our other natural light, the mana luminance. Honestly, I feel like it was maybe just the Kevlar vest. I can't remember, but we'll take that off for the moment, and we'll probably try and see if we can do a little bit more reading. Because there's no point in us being out during the day right now. Stormfist it is. And that's a level in Stormfist. Fantastic. We were hearing a bit of noise above, so we might have a similar situation when we make our way back up there. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, okay. Electrical interference to hack nearby devices. That's fun. Stop studying. Let's just carry on a little bit further. Okay, there we have it. I think we've got Stormfist and Stormhammer at the same level. Level 6 and level 6. Both of them lasting for around about half an hour, which is really good. Now, we did have some interesting things kind of pop up during our study session. The strain of the mutation fades, leaving a throbbing sensation like a bad headache or an afterglow. So let's have a look and see what we have going on there at the moment. I don't think that we are mutating anymore. We are all alone. What's the point of surviving if you're all alone? Dusk. Oh, yeah. And she's craving fire now as well, so, well, we know how that goes. I'm tempted for us to take some more mutagen, but we need to be really, really careful. Now, Dusk in general is going to continually develop more mutations just because her DNA is damaged, but her robust genetics means that taking different kinds of mutagen won't result in more defective mutations than normal. Okay, so we should be okay with taking some more mutagen now, and we do still have some more. Let's down it. So we will start feeling the effects of that eventually. Mutagenic slurry? Yeah. It's burning. So we will feel a bit of pain from that, but that pain should subside eventually. We've got some more dehydrated fruit here. Unfortunately, we don't have the water. However, we might have some more water up here. Let's have a look. Indeed, we do. Let's dispense it, get it into our hydration pack first of all, and then let's see if we can rehydrate some more of this fruit. We'll just do the rest of that there. Make sure we top off our hydration pack, and then we're going to go and eat all of that. And we'll just leave the vegetables dehydrated for the moment. We're satisfied hunger-wise. Let's see if we can have a little bit more water here. Slaked thirst. Brilliant. Okay, heading back down to our little spot here. We have some meditation that we can do, but that is meditation that can potentially take quite a while. It is 5 o'clock now, which means that we don't have a lot of time until night. 2 hours, so that'd put us at what, 7:30? I'm willing to meditate until that point. So let's have a look. Under practice, yeah. Hack interface. Contemplate your powers and improve your ability to hack nearby devices with your powers. If we can use that on, like, robots, as well as just like panels, that could be very good. All right, let's see. That's the first stage of that done. And at 7:30, the sun theoretically should be set. Indeed, it has set. Okay, all right, so it looks like no matter what, we are going to be lit up. So I think we're going to run with that. Unfortunately, we are feeling tired at the moment. Let's see if we can make ourselves that's a meat cocoon. What is that doing down here? Why is that down here? Let's attack it. Let's attack that thing. I'm guessing that came from one of the cockroaches that we killed, potentially? Yeah. Okay, so food. Oh, we need the heat. We need the fire, of course. Yeah, we need to make coffee properly, Rycon. We could just have some caffeine pills for now. Here we go. Knock that back. And we aren't feeling withdrawal effects, which is good. It seems like that's mostly past. So it wasn't enough to form like a long-term addiction. It was more like we were coming off of it and we were like, hey, that would be good if we could get some more. There may be some more of that down the line. I'm not sure. But right now, all alone is having a pretty big effect on our mood. Yeah. We also need fire. So let's have some fire, Dusk. Let's have some fire. Just start a little fire down there. It shouldn't spread too far. We're on concrete right now, so it shouldn't spread onto the square. We're just going to stand near it for a moment or two, and then let's have a look at getting some of our powers up and running. We want to make sure that we've got extended channeling on. We want things to take longer, but we want to make sure that they are going to get cast properly. So we're going to go for voltaic strikes, go for the electrical discharge. We'll also go for our momentum alteration, which we failed. There we go, that's good. And now we're going to cast some magic. I'd like to get mage armor up. That's going to be 400 mana for us to do. It's going to last half an hour, and then we are going to go and use Stormfist. Much smaller chance of us failing that. Let's start with mage armor. There we go, we've got our mage armor, and now Stormfist. Excellent. Okay, we have both, and we are wearing both. We've got our mage armor, got the Stormfist. Now, we're not going to see the effects of mage armor, but it is having an effect on us. Right now, it might not be too much of an effect, but it'll still be decent. And it does seem like we're able to use Tai Chi perfectly fine with the Stormfist on. We can actually see the damage that it's doing now as well. It's bash, it's cut, it's piercing. It's good. It's really good. And we can see the kind of protection that it offers our hands as well. Okay, let's head up. And we can see that we are so much more lit up than we usually are. We have a lot of light around us, more than I would like. So, where are we going to try and go from here? Well, I would love to get down to the Forge of Wonders. I would like to try and do that with some books if we can. So starting from here, we do have a library right down the end of the road. We've got some scientists as well. I'm going to try and keep my eye out at the front of the homes that are around here. We're looking for wheelie bins that we can haul all of those books in. And oh boy, we've already got some friends that are making their way on over towards us. That Zapper is slowly making its way towards us. So I feel like we should be able to navigate around a lot of the dead. We just don't want to get overwhelmed. And I think if we do show up to a library, we probably will have to try and face anyone who is currently following us. Yeah. Looks like we've got a few houses on the other side of the road here. We can also just kind of check along the front of these ones. Let's just try and see if we can stop this zombie hunter with a few good strikes here. There we go. That's what we like to see. All right, the slathering bite is a little bit more dangerous. We'll stay away from that for the moment. And we'll just kind of continue straight down the street here, trying to move around the dead wherever we can, doing the slow sprints. Well, not slow, but the short sprints. The gargoyle is going to need to die. That flesh raptor is probably going to need to go too. But we'll see about that because, oh man, there's more of them. Okay. All right, let's sprint. We should still be faster than they are. We'll continue down here. The lights are making us very, very visible to everything that's out here during the night. Feral dwarves included. Okay. Well, this isn't a bad spot for us to potentially try and face things. It looks like the library has been partially destroyed. Oh boy, trouble is here. All right, let's take our strike. That's one flesh raptor down. Okay, zombie dog down. Another flesh raptor down. Excellent. Just keep striking, Dusk. The flesh raptors are going to be a little bit more difficult for us to get, but we're doing okay. I don't like that. A bone plate wolf. A four-legged creature covered in fused bone plates, shaped somewhat like a dog or wolf. Joints and cracks across its body ooze with black goo. Alright, we're going to back on up now. We might have to try and use the rubble here to slow them down. We'll take a good strike at that one there. A few good strikes. Damn, Dusk. It's zapped. It's stuck in an electrical cloud right now. That's what we like to see. And right now, it's stuck underneath the rubble. And there will be more things that follow that, because they are following the light and that shrieker. That's always fun. That would have made a lot of noise. And that boomer out there, no doubt, is going to make a lot of noise too. There ain't too much that we can do about that right now, other than maybe run back and try and slam it against the wall. Let's see if we can do that. Moving back over here, we are going to have to change our power, our channeling that is. How difficult would it be for us to get a mine hammer off? 60% chance? Okay, we actually managed to get it then. Try and go for another one. We fail. Another fail. Come on, get this thing. We feel a strange tingling sensation that time, and we've done more damage to it. We've staggered it, but it's not enough to take it out yet. There we go. Wow, okay. Oh, that's messy. We've been grabbed by a grappler, and that's a zombie necromancer. It's currently downed. Let's see if we can maybe take that out first, ideally. It is downed right now. We've killed it. That's good. The brute is more of a problem than the shriek right now, but the shrieker is close to death. Whoa boy, thrown back by the brute there. Dusk, this is a bit of a gnarly position that we find ourselves in. Okay, we're being pressed up against the wall right now by that zombie brute, but it's nearly dead. Okay, as soon as that dies, we need to go. We need to go. We need to use our speed here. Holy crap, there is a lot of dead here. A lot of dead. And I'm not seeing a lot in the way of books, so yeah, okay. That's a lot of acid. Thankfully though, I think we're pretty well protected by our mage armor. What isn't good right now though is our stamina is kind of shot, so we need to be very, very cautious with how we try and spend that from now on. We have limited options here. Standing and fighting might be the best choice right now, because we are well equipped to fight. We just don't want to end up getting surrounded. And this thing is proving to be a little difficult to strike. The Z9 is down. We've got another hunter that's here now. A few good strikes. Come on. And it's raining outside. Let's keep striking at the flesh raptors. Got a zombie child here that's now trying to make its way on over towards us. These shriekers are a problem. The flesh raptor's down finally. We've just got a feral human here on our left now. And we got more friends heading on over to say hello. That's another down. That's back around the corner, just so they can't see us at the very least. That is going to make it a little bit safer for us. This is a Kevlar zombie, and it is proving quite difficult for us to fight. Let's take out that zapper if we can. Oh, and that acid, surprisingly helpful right now. The zombie null, if we can take that out, that would be great, but ideally the Kevlar zombie goes down first. But we don't have the luxury of choice here right now. We just need to strike at whoever we can and hope that we don't get any acid on our square. But that spitter, that may cause that. We're going to strike out that null. That's good, they're gone. I think the spitter needs to go first, but the feral's quite weak. Excellent, and all of this electricity is going to help us. Let's continue to strike. The spitter is down, and now the zombie hunter is down, and somehow we've maintained our stamina through all of this. Dusk is an expert melee fighter. The acid is really going to make it difficult for them to get to us without being incredibly damaged by the time they do get to us. So we're going to back up, we're going to let that work. It's already taken out that boomer over there, that's great. We're kind of back into a corner a little bit here, but Dusk is really showing that she can stand her ground against these much, much larger numbers. Electricity arcing around her. It is a good feeling. And somehow we're still lonely, even with all of these people around us. And for the first time in a long while, we are back to being underweight. Yeah, we've not been eating well at all. I think we're going to try and take the opportunity here to get a little bit of our breath back before we try and smash this window here and get the hell out of here. We actually got all of our stamina back then. Wonderful. Okay, let's smash that, And we're outside. Okay. And we're not the only one that's outside. There are others. And there are going to be many others. Yeah, we could stop and try and work through some of these libraries, but I think we're just going to keep on trying to push down, get down towards this Forge of Wonders. That is not going to be easy to do, not with as lit up as we are. Honestly, I think we might end up just working during the day again, because at least during the day, we will be able to see our enemies from a distance. Right now, they have the advantage of actually being able to see us from a distance because of the light. Oh boy. Okay. So we are going to have a fair bit of dodging and weaving here. It's quite a distance still for us to make, but I'm confident that Dusk can make that. We're just going to have to use all of the various different properties that are around here to do it. And yeah, we're going to have to do these little sprints occasionally to try and make this work. Oh boy. Hulking horrors are nasty, nasty things, and we really want to make sure that we're putting a decent amount of distance between us and them. The dead are going to get kind of held up in the houses when we do cross into them, so we are going to want to try and do it occasionally. Like here, it's a good opportunity for us to do that. It also is going to slow down the things that are much larger, like that hulking horror. We slam the door behind us, and then we just kind of continue on. Okay, narrowly escaping that grab there. Okay, we're being grabbed by yet another, and we've got zombie predators around us here. We need to break that grab as fast as possible. Shoot, we need to move. Dusk, come on. Whoa, boy. Okay, please let there be an out. There will be, but this dog needs to die first. Nope, this is not an option. Okay, run around there. We weren't able to get through in time. We've got a zombie predator that's right on our ass. Our focus is terrible, so I don't think we're going to be able to throw it back. Nope, that ain't going to happen. The stamina is getting a little bit low as well. We could stand, we could try and fight. That might be our best option right now. Dusk striking out at the zombie predator has got a few good strikes in here, but the dead are starting to mount their attack, approaching from multiple angles. This is not the kind of situation that we want to be in, Dusk. We don't have much of a choice. We've been grabbed. A zombie soldier has pulled us through the door now. Our electrical discharge is doing good work for us, and we are just kind of trying as best we can to hold off this force out here. Being grabbed yet again, still being grabbed. That one's been pushed to the side here. The acid is helping us out. Oh, and that's a big old bruiser. A bruiser that just died in the acid. We need to break this grab as fast as we can. Turn around, face that one, try and push back. Dusk somehow is still making it through all of this. Right now, I don't know what's going to be better. Waiting here for a moment, trying to catch our breath as much as we can, or pushing on. At the very least, we are going to try and see if we can use a little bit of this acid to keep us alive. It will help us when fighting off the numerous dead. That Devourer is already pretty hurt. Okay, we're going to try and catch our breath. And we've managed. What a freaking nightmare. We've just felt the tingling sensation on our skin fading, so we need to try and get that back up again if we can. So we are going to have to put extended channeling back on. We're going to go for the discharge, and we're going to go for voltaic strikes. And we are going to try and catch our breath again, which we manage. And we are hearing even more death. And you know what? We can do some painkillers. We're in moderate pain at the moment. Let's go have a few aspirin. There we go, Dusk. Back out into the night we go. That's a bloated zombie. We do not want that thing to blow near us. No siree. And we've got a feral goat here. Not a feral goat, sorry. A zombie goat. Let's just try and dive through this window here. Ideally, we take down the flesh raptor before it can do serious damage to us. And we do. Excellent. Take down that little one there. And oh man. Okay. That has seriously reduced how far we can see. We're going to hold here for a moment, try and see if we can get that to pass. It has passed. And then we just need to keep on going further northwest. So back out into the night we go. Oh, wow. Okay. And that's Amigo Scout back there. A scout who did a serious number on our torso. Okay. And it sounds like it's attacking other things right now. So we're going to take this moment to strike that one down. And we're going to try and see... I was going to say if we could stop the bleeding. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's get inside out the rain for a moment. Crack that door open. It's not good. We've got a spitter, and we've got a lot of cops here because we have a police roadblock. Okay, we need an out of this situation as quickly as we can. let's dive on out here. And hey, look at that, we've got some wheelie bins. They're both pretty much trashed, and there's no way that we're going to try and carry anything like that right now. Nope, we're just going to keep on moving. Oh, 2 gargoyles here. They will need to die because they will just keep on jumping in our way otherwise. And we haven't managed to stop that bleeding yet. We haven't had a time to just kind of like stop. And we're not going to be able to stop here either because of that zombie predator. Can we backtrack? A little bit. Let's get into this house if we can. It looks like the bleeding has finally stopped. We'll close that door there and oh, great. Another pupating zombie has just exploded. Well, our mage armor just disappeared. So we are not seeing anywhere near as far anymore, which I'm not exactly a fan of. So we are going to allow ourselves to see further. It may make us more visible, but I honestly think we need it right now. Time to run, Dusk. Time to run. Oh my gosh, we have somehow made it to the forest line of the forge. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, we do actually have a cabin close to here that we could potentially try and stay in. It's not a Cataclysm cabin. It's just a regular cabin. We're going to turn our light off now. Okay, a little bit of darkness, which that also means that our fists are gone. We are seeing a fair amount of dead down out the front here, but the defenders here should be able to keep this place pretty safe for the most part. It's just a question of if things have managed to fight their way in here. What do we have? Feral dwarves on the ground here? Yeah, they've been making a pretty big push. The Forgeborn here, they're holding that front line though. That's good. We have them helping keep us safe. Goblin Forge Masters. Hello? Right. All is well? All is well. I think there is a Graken here. Yeah, a Graken Forge Master. Of course there is. Of course there is. And the layout here we can see is different, but we do have pirates over here. Are they the same pirates? Dwana Pinto? Helen Taverell? Yeah, same person, although I don't know if they were a Ravenfolk person before. I'm not sure. Shad Weldon and Kevin Block Leal, a goblin. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, there is the tent here as well. I'm assuming the librarian is up here. Yes, wielding a pistol this time though. Okay, let's head towards Valzane. Valzane, who definitely looks different as well. Valzane was not Ravenfolk before, yet Valzane is Ravenfolk here. Oh, I don't know if this was here before. Anything interesting being worked on? Let's have a word with Valzane then. I don't suppose you're working on anything different? My minions are busy putting on the final touches on a few exciting projects. Check back in 5 days and 23 hours and see what's new. That's very exact. May your hammers be accurate. 5 days and 23 hours. Interesting. I guess maybe that's like the shop refreshing? Could be. But there definitely are some different things here. Avalanche arrows, enervating arrows, gravity arrows, sparking, visceral. Okay. And more magical weapons in general. And a bag of infinite throwing knives. That legitimately could be quite useful for Dusk. I did see a suggestion about Dusk utilizing throwing knives to weaken enemies before they actually approach in melee, and that is a great idea. That's also expensive, but it would be very, very cool if we could get that. Now, of course, I'm going to be interested in books above everything else at the moment. So we're going to have a scroll on through here and we're going to see what we can find. So it's the end of the world, but you'll feel fine. Could be a magical book. Probably is. Or maybe it isn't. Hard to know for certain. Coagulant Weave sounds quite fun. Oh, and we can actually read about these things here. Turns your biological mastery inwards, medically enhancing your flesh rather than strength of healing. It staves off blood loss and purges wounds before they can turn septic at the cost of increased hunger and thirst. Okay, so it's a biomancer spell, and it's a way for us to work around infection and stuff like that. And also stops bleeding. Useful. Dispel magic. Enemy wizards got you down. Just remove all their magic and punch them in the face. Yes, very useful. Halt bleeding. Keep all that blood in your body. Yeah, that is a biomancer spell. Dispel magic is just a neutral spell. It's not from any specific class, so that's good. Knock, it's a technomancer spell. Cool, we like that. Mana Beam is a mega spell. Same thing with Phase Door. Spider Climb, Also a mega spell, Thought Shield. Harried by evil spirits or creatures from beyond, the spell will keep your mind safe. Very neat. And Voltaic Touch. Weld metal using touch alone. It'll do a number on zombies too. Ooh, that's cool. That's very, very cool. Well, looking at the top, we don't have credit right now, so the credit doesn't transfer between the places. Freaking wizard hat. My gosh. I mean, yes, some very, very cool stuff here. Now, we do have a few books. We would probably want to try and sell these books on to the librarian, I imagine. We actually do have 7 denarii on us at the moment, so we can purchase some things. I think let's go and see what they have available at the moment before we make any decisions. But yeah, there is a lot that we want to get here already. Okay, and yeah, we've got some interesting stuff here as well. A beginner's guide to alchemy, a soulbinder's guide to necromancy, a paperback tome for the art of binding undead creatures' souls to dolls, along with emulating their healing factor. Yes, this is the kind of stuff that Dusk has been wanting to find. Black dragons, swamp runes. It tells us how to prepare their hides and craft various armors, which is very, very neat. Protection from magical beasts. I want all of these books. Scroll of Bag of Cats? Are you the crazy cat lady? I mean, yeah, could be, but we're not a druid, so unfortunately that isn't going to work. Blinding Flash is a dazzling light. Carrion Feast is a biomancer spell. Eat rotten food with no ill effects. It doesn't make it taste any better though, so it would screw with our mood, but we can eat rotten food. The stuff that's grayed out are things that we can't use because of conflicting classes. Yeah, I mean, Magus does have many, many interesting things, but if that necromancy book ties us to being an animist, we may have to go in the animist direction, for story reasons more than anything. The Floating Disc. Yeah. Okay, well that will help us get all of the books that we need, because we summon a floating disc that we can kind of place things on. The Body Mechanical. Grant yourself brief reprieves from the effects of pain. Yeah, that's also good, but I imagine you probably need to not have so much pain to cast it in the first place. It might be a difficult one to kind of get to work just right. We've got the Arcane Archer's Companion down here. Weapons of Asgard and Beyond. Yeah. All really, really fantastic things. Okay, so let's have a look through the books that we do have so far and see what we might be able to get for them. Right, so the Wizarding Guide, we are going to want to sell that. We've got that digitized already. Same with all the other scrolls that we have here. So that's 300 credit already, which is really nice. And then we have our denarii as well, which puts us up to 500. So then, Floating Disc is 100% one that we're going to grab right away. The Body Mechanical as well. Carrion Feast, I'm on board with that. And then a Beginner's Guide to Alchemy and Necromancy. That still gives us 200 to play with. I think getting these 2 books here as well, just in general, are going to be very useful for us. And then we got 15 credit left over, which I'm fine with that. There are more things that we are going to want to try and buy from here. Oh, we can also sell this Billet Pearl here, so I think we'll probably pass that on. And that will allow us to get one more spell. Let's grab Knock, yeah. And so in terms of the other spells that we want to try and get from here, I don't think it's going to be many. I think it's more we're probably going to want to try and grab the Archer's Companion book and the Weapons of Asgard book, which is quite expensive. So I'm happy with that trade for now. Thank you very, very much. Looks like you put the pearl away. Yeah. So we can have a little bit of a read. We can have a flick through those. And we can also have a conversation with Helen down here, asking her about when she's getting new stuff. It's 5 days and 23 hours for her as well. Okay. Paper cartridges, cavalry sabers, lots of demon fangs, lots of reagents it seems in general. And the denarii as well, which is always going to be useful. Yeah, so, okay. Alright, we need to find a comfortable place to sit down. Now, we need to eat some proper food soon. And we will, but we are going to have a flick through these first. Okay, so, the Necromancy book, the Alchemy book, teaches us how to make a number of different potions, all quite useful. A Soulbinder's Guide to Necromancy. Okay. Also potions. superior potion starter, twisted restoration, zombie voodoo doll. I think they might be spells potentially. Actually, it teaches us about tailoring, because I guess the voodoo dolls themselves are tailoring. Yeah, okay. So it's not a spell book. The Black Dragon book teaches us about how to make a load of black dragon armor with the right hide. Our Magical Beast book is all about baking things with demon chitin. And then of course we have all of these spell scrolls here as well, which will probably take us a little while to learn, especially with only 19 focus. That's not something that we're going to do right now. We will read this cookbook as well, flicking through it. And then of course we are going to go and digitize everything, which is going to take just under 2 hours. Okay, there we go. We got it done. We did have some activity over here though. Mary's tent has been torn down. She's also Ravenfolk here as well, which I don't remember her being Ravenfolk before. Yeah. There was a sauropod in here briefly. Oh, I can actually see it. It's up in this direction. We should probably make sure that that's not going to come back to life. Smash that corpse to pieces. Now, it's a juvenile. I don't think that was zombified. And if it's not zombified, then we can butcher it. That is a load of meat. Okay, I do wonder how they would feel about us butchering a dinosaur on one of their tables. Yeah, apparently the hair on our neck is there. It's around here, everywhere. And Dusk, well, she made it through quite the night, escaping certain death and a hell of a hangover. In the next, she'll be able to plan out how she wants to try and get the resources here that will allow her to accumulate as much knowledge as possible. But of course, feeding herself is going to be one of the things that she needs to do. Spells will have to be learnt. Dinosaurs will have to be cooked. And so, I ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay